Hello and welcome to A Cup of Conversation on BRT2 TV. This week in the studio, I'm very honoured to have a guest who has come all the way from Bursa, southern Turkey, to be in the TRNC and to also pay a very short visit to us at BRTK. Her name is Ozlem Akman and she's a very, very talented lady. She has arts and crafts and she's actually behind a great idea of selling crafts online with AngelArt. We'll be telling you more about AngelArt and about Ozlem on today's programme. But first of all, Ozlem, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming to North Cyprus. I know you're here on a very short holiday.
Yes.
I think it's very interesting the way that we met. And I had to say this story to our viewers because it's just one of these things that it's amazing. I saw your doll that you made for a colleague of ours, a mutual friend called Birgül Öcal.
Yes.
Now, Birgül has a young son and he was proudly showing on Facebook the doll that you made.
Yes.
And Birgül was promoting and saying thank you to you and saying, you know, thank you to AngelArt. And I noticed that you were online and that you were, you know, selling these dolls, but I didn't realize you weren't here. So when I asked Birgül, she says, oh, well, actually, no. You know, Ozlem is from Bursa and I ordered these and they came to North Cyprus. I said, oh, well, not to worry, it doesn't matter then. I just thought that, you know, if Ozlem was here, we could, you know, interview her for the program. And then she said to me, and I think she spoke with you about this.
She did.
And, you know, Birgül said that sometimes you do come to North Cyprus.
I do. I've been coming here for over 20 years. We have cousins and friends, so I come and go all the time.
And all of a sudden, she said to me, actually, Ozlem's coming over, so would you like to interview her? And so here you are today. So once again, thank you for coming to North Cyprus.
Thank you for having me.
And to BRT.
Yes.
Now, you are based in Bursa. You are originally from Turkey, is that right?
I was born and raised in Vancouver, Canada, actually, and I went to school there. It was 1993 when we moved to Turkey as a family, and we've been in Bursa since, so that's where I've been.
But are your family originally from Bursa?
My parents are from Edirne. My my mother's from Istanbul, so they're based in Turkey, and they moved a long time ago to Canada, you know, to work. And my sister and I were born there and raised there. We went to school, high school, and even after. And once my sister graduated from high school, then my father wanted to move back, and we were okay with that. We have family in Turkey. So we came, and I've been in Turkey ever since. I'm married now with, I have two beautiful daughters, and I've been home for 2 years, so, you know, I'm just with my daughters all the time, so yeah.
Fantastic, excellent. So what's your link to North Cyprus? Because I think that Birgül's cousin Şencan.
We grew up together, so we're like sisters. We're considered family now, so yeah, for a long time I've been coming here.
So you've become
very familiar.
Very familiar place.
Yes.
So coming to Cyprus isn't a strange thing for you at all.
No, now we have direct flights actually from Bursa, so we're excited about that.
Oh yes, very good, yes.
Yeah.
So very easy for you to get here as well.
Exactly.
Just across the waters.
Yeah.
So as I said, I found you on Facebook via Birgül, who was very well presenting your artwork.
Thank you to her.
Very excited about her son Derin getting the dolls that he, the superhero dolls that they ordered. And I actually was impressed by your work as well.
Thank you.
So let's go back now. Even though you've been home for 2 years with your young family, what is your profession? Are you an artist by trade?
No, I have, I'm not an artist. I don't sew. I didn't used to until recently. I was in the workforce. I was working for a transport company for a long time, for over 10 years, and then I was made redundant, and I've been home ever since then, and so just busy with little things like that.
Busy with little things, but now you have your own online AngelArt company. So how did this come about? I mean, there you were at home with your daughters.
Yes, yeah, but actually that's an interesting story behind that, because about 1.5 years ago, I had a dream, and I saw what was to be my angel, actually, and I was told by my angel that I could do whatever I put my mind to. And followed by that, I had different spiritual experiences, and it just was this period of time. And then one day I found myself just doodling, just drawing pictures on a piece of paper. And that's when I created my angel character, because AngelArt by Ozlem started off as just a doodle page. That's what it was originally all about. I made 4 main characters, so all of the angels have like their own traits. One is for love, the other one's for healing, and one's for wealth and for protection. And so as I drew those, my daughters were like, they were, you know, Mom, how are you drawing this? Like, this is, and I would color them and they would look really interesting. And I got good feedback from people. So I trademarked my name, AngelArt, and then I wanted to put it on Facebook. I was kind of shy in the beginning. Wasn't sure if I should, but then 2 days later was the 23rd of April, which is the Children's Day in Turkey. I thought this is a perfect opportunity for me, so I launched it that day, and I started getting very good feedback. And after a couple of months, I thought, you know, there has to be more. There's, you know, as if I wanted to touch those angels, something more. I don't know. And by the way, I would, like, while I'm sleeping, I would get, like, thoughts or, you know, pictures of what I should be drawing. So it's a very interesting story. And then one day I thought, okay, I'm going to make dolls. So I went about and I just, you know, searched the internet a little bit, and I had not sewed in 25 years. So I called my mother up, and my mother is a tailor. My parents are tailors, by the way. And my mom said, you know, sewing clothing is a different thing. Sewing a doll is a totally different thing, but come use my sewing machine. So I went to her house, and just with this scrap fabric and stuffing it with cotton, and it looked like nothing, but I knew that, you know, this is what I'm going to do. So I came home, and I looked I got this brochure, and there's a market by my house. It's a grocery store, and every Thursday they have like, you know, promotions of different things, and I look, and they're selling a sewing machine, a grocery store, and I'm like, okay, this is a sign. I have to do this. So I went off and I bought my sewing machine, and I brought it home, and I placed it on my counter, and I'm like, okay, what do I do next? And so I sat there, and I, you know, night and day, and I drew out my dolls. I drew out the pattern. I did it all by myself, and I started sewing. I bought fabric and the plush that I put in it, and that's when I started creating it. So that's the story.
A very, very interesting story.
It
I'm going to
is.
delve a little bit deeper now, because I'm very
Sure.
interested in how you've been inspired by Angel, because I know a lot of people, especially now in this very, very hectic life that we lead, the spiritual side is coming out more, and a lot of people believe in angels.
Yes.
For instance, when my wife especially, she reads all the books about angels, and when she sees a feather,
Yes.
she believes that an angel is leaving a message, and she always, you know, when she's feeling a bit down or stressed or she's lost something, she says, "Angel, please help me," and then straight
works.
away she gets
It
the
works.
answer to
It
her
works,
question.
yeah.
Were you, I mean, before that spiritual dream that you had, were you always in touch with that side
No.
of you?
I didn't know nothing about it. I mean, just, you know, it was just normal. And then just out of, you know, I had a spiritual experience before the dream, actually. That's how it all started. That kind of, it woke me up. It made me start thinking about it. But it all happened not, you know, in just like a 6-month period. So, and then it followed with this dream. And I saw what was supposed to be my angel. And it gave me a message. And it wasn't even verbal. It was just something that I knew it was, and that I could put my mind to. And so I tell that to everybody, like when they have, you know, if you put your mind to something, if you really want to do it, you could do it. You know, you're the only person that is stopping yourself, if there is. So I mean, I've done it, you know, just from nothing. I created these, but I believe that all of my dolls bring luck because they came to me, and I believe, you know, that's my children, you know, play with it. I make my older daughter her tote bags, and she uses it. So I think they're special in their own little way.
Very, very special. I think
Yes.
it's amazing. I mean, this wasn't something that, you know, you were thinking of doing at all until that time.
Yes.
And as you said, you hadn't even touched a sewing machine
Yeah,
for years,
I
even though your
haven't.
parents were in the industry.
Yes.
Which is quite amazing, isn't it? That you come, you know, it's like a full circle, isn't
Yes,
it?
yes.
That you are back to, you know, your parents' profession and using the sewing machine, because you could have gone into any art form, but you could have maybe painted your angels, couldn't you?
I
suppose?
could have,
Even
yeah,
doodling.
maybe. Yes,
You
I
could
could
have.
have.
As maybe paintings or.
Yep, I could have, but you see, people tell me, you know, maybe this was in you. You had this in you all the time, but you didn't know. Well, I wouldn't. You know, you have to want to do something. So I really, when I got that machine, I'm like, okay, you know, I'm going to sit down, and I put my mind to it. I put my heart into it, and so. You know, but before that, I mean, I would take anything to get sewn to my parents. I couldn't sew it, so even now, if it's just the dolls and the tote bag, so I don't. My parents are shocked. They're like, "What are you doing, Ozlem? Why didn't you do this before?" I didn't know. I didn't. You know, I was not aware of anything like that. So,
especially from such a completely different background, as you were saying, you were working in a very sort of, you know, normal.
I've worked all my life, since I was 18 for a long period of time. And so it was all work, home, you know, and then the children and whatever. And so we never had, maybe this was always in me, like they said, but I never pursued it because I didn't have time because I was working.
Yeah.
But now when I got the time, it just came out. So
This was the right time for you.
Yes,
Back
definitely.
home in Bursa,
Yep.
with your lovely daughters with you by your side
yep.
to inspire you with your work.
Yes.
So the dolls that we have now on the table and the bag as well. Let's go into the details now about this.
Sure.
Now these dolls are your original creations.
They're my dolls. From scratch, I just on paper, I did the pattern myself, and I designed them myself. And some of them are a little bit different than the rest. And I make like the one that you wanted. This is the Spider-Man doll, but I could make special, custom orders. I'm not, it's not just these. I could, if I could do it, I'll do it.
Well, the original thing was that when Birgül, our mutual friend's son, Derin, was showing a superhero.
Yes.
And I just assumed that you had a range of superheroes. And so I said to my son, what would your favorite superhero is? And he said, of course, I knew.
Okay.
But I just wanted to make sure. He said Spider-Man.
Okay.
So I just requested. I didn't realize that, you didn't have that range. Like I said, it was just very, very spontaneous. This interview is spontaneous at the moment. I mean, I think it's luck that, that brought you here to us, amazing fate that brought you here. So you design them, you draw them on paper.
I draw them out, and then I cut my fabric, and then I sew them together, and then they're interesting because they're sewn inside out. So I have to flip it over to see what it looks like in the end. So I never really know until it's finished, and none of them, if I were to make two dolls at the same time, they're never going to look the same because they're all, handmade with their own quality.
They're unique. They're unique. Let's show some of the other dolls to our wonderful viewers.
Okay. This is one of my newest ones, and as you can notice, her clothes are not attached to her, like, for example, this one. I just tried to make something different, so this is just on her. So it's a little bit smaller. You can't take it off. I don't make it so you could take it off, but I thought it'd look different, so that's what I made. They're in different sizes. I just tried, to make them in different sizes. So, so I could, and I made the summer doll.
This is very nice for Cyprus, a beach
yes,
one.
I know.
A holiday doll. So,
yes.
Very, very, I mean, I want to ask you about, so you found the sewing machine. So the sewing machine is at home now, by your side.
Yes.
And where do you get the fabric? Because the fabric, I mean, wonderful range of colours. You even found a Spider-Man. The colours are original, for Spider-Man as well. So where do you get all your fabric?
Well, I'm lucky because Bursa is like the capital of fabric in Turkey. So I'm lucky in that sense. And I just, we have a bazaar there that I go, and now I have, my place. So I go there and I buy all of my supplies and whatever I need. And so that's pretty much
Do you ever get inspired? Maybe let's say one day there's a new piece of fabric there and you say,
Oh, for
wow,
sure.
with that fabric
Yeah.
I can make such a great doll.
Yes, I go there and I say, okay, I'm going to buy, this one. And then I'm like, I like that one and that one. And then so I come home with a bag of fabric. But that makes me want to sew more and just, try different things. So I keep wanting to make different. I don't like, just the same. So
I'm sure your daughters inspire you as well.
Yes.
How old are your daughters, by the way?
my older is 12 and the younger one's 5 years old. And the 5-year-old would come home from school every day and she'd go, Mom, what did you sew today? Let me see. And she's like, can I have this one? I'm like, no, not this one. I'll make you a separate one. I have the bigger sizes. So this is just the standard, but I also have the maxi, the bigger dolls that I made for my daughter. It's better to cuddle. So she takes those to bed, the angel ones. So
your 5-year-old is really, really into the dolls. Does she ever say, oh, can you make one like this or one to look like this character?
She wanted the Elsa doll for, Frozen. How that was. I'm like, I don't know if I could make that. But then I sat and I did, and she loved it. And she plays with it all the time. And I watch what she plays with. So. And the superheroes seem to, it's a lot more interesting, I think, it's a little bit more popular. This is something I just made out of...
So this is a female superhero?
Yes.
So a heroine, a superheroine.
Yes.
Funny that you should mention about Elsa from Frozen, because I read recently in the press that it's the film Frozen has become one of the highest grossing films, animated films ever. And apparently, Disney's run out of the Elsa dolls in many, many countries.
I've heard of that.
So, apparently some crafty people are selling the dolls, the original Disney dolls, online for a lot of money.
Yep.
So I think your special Elsa doll could
make
actually be a way out for some people who still want to get the Elsa dolls.
I have it online on my Facebook page, so if you want to see it, it's there.
So, like me, I actually requested Spider-Man for my son.
Yes.
But if somebody wanted to request a doll, would you be able to? Obviously you've done a great job on the Spider-Man.
Thank you.
Are you up to the challenge of maybe doing different things?
I am. I'm open to it. If I could do it, I'll definitely try. Like with the Spider-Man doll, I didn't know because it was my first, but it was very popular actually when I put it on my page. So definitely I want to do different ones like Batman, and I'm thinking about that very soon. So.
Because the reason why I'm asking is, obviously you have a great talent and you are inspired. Maybe you just want to go with what is within you. But if you have to get requests, maybe that sort of presents a challenge, But obviously you can do both. You can go free with yourself.
I could try, I could try. And what I do is I usually send a picture to, whoever orders the doll first. That's what I've been doing for them to just see. But, I believe in myself. I've started this and I've been doing it for, not too long, but every day I've been doing it. So I put my heart into it and I believe that they bring luck. So,
They bring luck. This is a different twist now to just having a doll in your house. As you said, you make a big doll for your daughter to cuddle.
Yes.
That gives her some, great energy and makes her feel comfortable. Do you think that's because AngelArt was inspired by your own angel, that you want to pass this positivity to the people that buy your dolls?
Exactly it. Because like I'm saying, it was a very spiritual dream, and it was, like I said, what was my angel, and I was told that I could do whatever I put my mind to, and ever since then, even with the drawing, I still doodle, but I've been sewing more now, so. And that's what I believe. I have the four angel dolls are still. They have their own traits.
Yeah.
So from the paper they went into the as my dolls, but I make the different ones too. So, yeah.
It's I have to say, a very, very interesting idea, and I hope that AngelArt, deserves all the attention that it gets, or gets the attention that it deserves at the end of the day. Aside from the dolls, for those who want to think of other things that maybe Ozlem is promoting on AngelArt, I think your elder daughter is probably more interested in the bags now.
Yes. So that also, I don't know where that came up from, but I started doing that also. And my daughter, all of the bags, now she wants it. The little one wants the dolls, the older one wants the bag. I'm like, I can't give it to you, not yet. I'll make you your own. But
Yeah.
so I made actually this one for myself, and you could put a book in it. You could put your iPad in it, and it also has a pocket in here. So. And it has 2 pockets, so
right.
yeah.
And so we have a little bit of
a
Velcro
little,
there to keep it safe. There's also another pocket inside as well. Very, very handy. Especially a nice summer bag.
It is.
For the ladies out there who want to, just carry a few things when they're going out, maybe to the beach or something like that. Or maybe to work, just, light.
Yeah.
And you also have this, we have a few bags here.
Yes.
Let's just show our viewers.
This is another
tote bag. So this is a similar decor, shall we say. And again...
This is actually a reversible tote bag. It could be used inside out.
Okay, let's do this live.
Yeah. It's got a little pocket in it.
Very good.
So
it's reversible.
It is reversible.
And both sides look great.
Yes, thank you.
Again with a pocket.
Yeah.
Very, very... So where did the bags idea come from? I mean, dolls are one thing.
Just, they all came from the same place.
Really, again?
From my heart.
From your heart.
Yeah, so, but I try to make totes that I could use, something that, I could test, and if I feel comfortable with it, then I'll make more. Because I like using the pockets, you put my phone in, something that's useful, and I find these useful, so. I'm open to ideas with that too.
So again, you've created something amazing, just a very simple idea, but very effective for everyone. And the one under here, I think, is going to be nice for people living on this little island of ours here in North Cyprus, because this says, "I love Cyprus."
Yes.
So a nice present maybe for somebody.
Of course. This is also reversible.
I know that, when Birgit was showing Derin's dolls, I think she'd actually ordered to send on to other people. Not all of them were Derin's. I think one was Derin's, and the other were for orders. So this is, we're talking about the orders in a minute, but again, I love Cyprus, it could be I love Bursa, it could be anything.
It could be anything. It could be anything.
And again, I mean, could people then order special bags, special colors from you?
I have a selection of fabric. Like I said, Bursa is the place in Turkey, and we're lucky in that sense. And if there's any color that they want, I mean, I could always, I'm not closed, I'm open to everything. I could try new things, so.
So, and the imagination is the limit, or the fabrics that are on sale in Bursa is the limit. We've seen the bags, we've seen the dolls, but I know you do other things as well. I noticed that we had some iPad covers.
I made iPad covers too. They have, again, you could check on my Facebook page. I didn't bring them here. They just, had the Sesame Street doll, face with, you could put your earphones in it. And so those are made with felt, but I could use.
Do you have, I mean, I know you're only new, only a couple of months now that you've been with this, going and promoting it, as you said, 23rd of April, National Children's Day in Turkey and TRNC was the day where you launched everything. But, I mean, you can carry on and go very, very far with this. I mean,
I hope so.
Do you think maybe clothing in the future to follow your parents' footsteps or not?
I actually did make a dress for my daughter, but I don't know about clothing right now. I just want to focus on my dolls and my bags. So yeah, for now.
Well, you never know. You might have a visit from another angel again.
I don't know. I don't know.
But how long does it take you to make one doll? I mean, it must be a very painstaking time for you.
It is.
A lot of hard work.
It is hard work. It takes about, 3 to 4 hours depending on the doll. Like the Spider-Man doll, I hand painted it with fabric paint, so it took a little longer. But it takes, a lot of concentration, and, you have to, even I'm at home with my children sometimes, being a mother at home with children, it's hard, they need, especially when they're not at school, so I kind of have to sometimes put it down and, be with my kids, come back and continue. That's why it takes long. It takes my whole day usually, but if I were to non-stop do it, it would take about 4 hours. So it does, it takes a lot of, little
the more intricate it is,
Yes.
the longer it takes,
Yeah,
obviously.
yes.
I think you were saying that you sort of observe your daughters and see which ones they play with
I
more
do,
to
yeah.
realise, to get the idea
Yes.
that which characters, I suppose,
Yes.
are popular.
Yes.
So are you influenced by your daughters
I
as well?
am. I mean, I'm lucky in that sense that I have my children to, see what they do. So, and she always, she comes up with crazy requests too. I'm like, I don't think I could do that. But how she said Frozen, and I said, okay, I'll make you your Elsa doll, and she wants like a Cinderella. So I have plans, from now on to do different things, and so yeah.
Maybe do a range of Disney princesses or something
yeah,
like that. I'm sure will be popular.
Yes.
Do you? I mean, with the Elsa doll, for instance, did you actually see a picture of the character and then go from there?
Yes, I do research a little bit just to get a better idea of what I should be doing, and from there I just picked out fabric and I did it my own. My version of Elsa, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, so I do get inspired by these things on the internet. I also have a Pinterest account, and I put my things up on there, and I get information from there, and yeah, so.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So you're actually based at home now. You're
Yes.
online. So unfortunately, there's no sort of shop where people can come in
Not
and
yet.
look. Is that something in the future? Do you
Yeah,
think?
of course it could be. I hope so.
I think they would
I
look
hope
great
so.
in a shop.
I hope
so.
so.
At the moment, how can people get these dolls and these bags and whatever else you're...
At the moment, I sell on Etsy.com, and you could order from there. And I also have my Facebook page, but you can't order from my Facebook page. It would, send you directly to the Etsy.com. So that's where I sell right now online.
Right. So can you spell out that name again for the...
ETSY.com, and you would have to look up AngelArt by Ozlem. So,
Right.
yeah.
So ETSY, Etsy.com. If they go there and look up AngelArt by Ozlem,
that's right.
they will find you.
They will find me.
They can make a request.
Yes.
And obviously they pay online with the request, and then it is then shipped. I mean, the reason why I'm asking about shipping now is because obviously we're based here in Northern Cyprus.
Yes.
You're based in Bursa.
Yeah.
If it was in Turkey, it'd be very, very easy for you to get everything out. But here, again, like Birgül showed on Facebook,
Yes.
our mutual friend, she ordered from you and you sent it over.
Yes, I sent it over. I've sent it to different parts of the world already, but once I get the order, if my doll is ready, I will send it out in a day or two. If not, it will take me 2 to 3 days. So after the initial order, 2 to 3 days later, I will send it via post to Cyprus. I sent it a few places here actually. Or if you want any local, cargo company, it's okay for me. Whichever way you want, I could send it.
So it's all done online, very simple and easy.
Yes, very simple, very easy.
And
you could, if you have questions or requests, you could directly contact me either through Etsy.com or through my Facebook page if you have any special requests or if there's anything that you want to change on it. It's okay.
You have your own personal account, obviously on Facebook. We also have. Do you have AngelArt?
It's AngelArt by Ozlem on Facebook.
On Facebook. So
Yes.
if anyone wants to see Ozlem's work on Facebook, just look up AngelArt by Ozlem and they will see you. And again, Etsy.com is where you are for the orders.
If they like the page, they will continually, see the new things that I put up. I put up the newest things on Facebook first, and then I go over to Etsy.com and just, put all my stuff up there.
Do you find that working online is quite effective, that people get, respond quickly now? Because, obviously everyone is on the net.
Yes.
A lot of people are on Facebook or Pinterest or Googling on the internet. Do you find that not having a shop but being online is effective for you to promote your AngelArt?
It's easier. It's right under my hands. Yeah, it's easier. It's a start for me. I think this way, I could reach more people. And in different countries, whereas if I just opened a shop, it would be local. So so I think this way is the most effective way, and it's quicker. and everyone's online anyway, so.
Yeah, very,
Yes.
very quick and effective.
Yes.
And do you have any interest back from any family and friends in Vancouver?
Yes, they want it too. Then they, they want the bigger dolls, and I'm like, hey, no problem for me. But it's always the post everyone thinks about. But if we have people coming and going from Canada, then take this to whomever, or so yes.
Fantastic. So I mean, are the bigger dolls more popular, do you think, as well, from some people?
It's the littler ones I've been shipping more, but personally I like the bigger ones. I don't know, because the bigger, it's just a little bit, my daughters are like that too. So.
Maybe because your daughters, you've got a special a thing there.
Yes.
You trademarked
Yes.
your name,
Yep.
so this is an official company now.
It is. AngelArt, it's called. AngelArt by Ozlem is my Facebook name, but AngelArt is trademarked.
And I'm sure that people are interested in the fact that you use Angel. So now that we know the reason
Yes.
why it's Angel
Yes,
Art,
it's special for me.
I just think it's an amazing story, and
is.
the fact that your parents are tailors, and that you've gone back into that side
knew.
of it. I think
Never knew.
do you find sometimes that you think, wow, I never thought I'd be doing this?
Several months ago, at the beginning of the year, if you told me, Ozlem, you'd be buying a sewing machine and doing this, I'd say, no, I don't think so. I don't, have any plans like that. So, like I said, I mean, the littlest thing, we would take it to my parents' house. So I would never sew by hand, it was 25 years it's been since I've touched a sewing machine. But now I know it. So.
Now you know it. And
Now I know it, yeah.
And I don't think you'll be leaving it ever,
No.
not for a short while anyway,
No.
at least. You'll be
Yes.
with the sewing machine all the time.
Yep.
Lots of fabric everywhere in the house.
Yeah, oh
Lots of-
yeah, thread everywhere. Someone comes to the door, I'm all thready.
If anybody else out there is thinking of doing something like this, their own venture, I mean, how easy do you think is it to do this and to set up your own company like this? I mean,
Okay.
would you advise other people to go for their dream as well, like you have?
The only thing that I want to say is I was told, I could do whatever I put my mind to, but I don't think this message was just for me. I don't think it's specially for me. I think anyone could do what they put their mind to. If they really want to do it, I don't think it's just them that will, stop themselves. I don't think anything will. So they just do what you put your mind to. That's my message. Yes.
A great message, I think, as well, and one that should be, inspiring
Consider.
everyone. I mean, your story is a great inspirational story,
Thank you.
especially that you've been around the world. You've seen what's out there. You've worked. You've been
the
at home. You've
workforce,
raised your
yeah.
young family, and now you're going for what you want to do.
Exactly.
What
Just
fulfills you.
Turning inside, thinking about me now. Because, like I said, maybe I did have this trait in me. Maybe I could do this before, but because it was all work and home and just, being busy. And I think, everyone should just take that special time for themselves, if they can. I mean, they should. I think they should,
I mean, from one doodle that you were doodling
Yeah.
to make it a physical thing that you wanted
Yes.
to touch, I think that's an amazing transformation as well, because you could have just left it as your artwork, their
Yes.
doodles on your doodle page
Yeah.
that you had.
Yes.
Um,
That's the thing, Johnny. I don't know. I think it was, like I said, it's as if it's, just like, I don't know, I can't call it download. I don't know what to call it. It's just, I know. So I'm like, okay, so my next step is this. I thought, because the drawings they would give that's what people would say, they give that warm, fuzzy feeling when you look at my pictures. I thought, okay, well, what about something that we could touch? I thought I'd take it to a different level. I don't know, it just came to me, so.
Your daughters are your inspiration, but and I'm sure that those who see your artwork and see the dolls online are inspired as well. But do you have now I mean, obviously your daughters they go to school and they have their their friends.
Yes.
I mean, do you get interest from the other friends and parents now saying, well, we've seen that your daughter has this and we want one as well?
Yes, I do. People like, my older daughter, she's at that age right now, but she passed it on to her friends, and I have a niece also that's right in between my as age. She's about 10 years old, and she has friends from her school wanting to order. And I make her dolls too. So people see it, and I think just slowly it's gonna come to different levels. So we'll
Yeah.
see.
So you're happy at the moment with the interest, and
Yes.
hopefully over the months, next few months. I mean,
I hope
especially, at the moment it's summer, so I think everyone's enjoying the summer
Yeah.
break, and here you are now
Yes.
in North Cyprus.
Yeah.
Later on, we've got more festive seasons coming up,
Yeah.
where maybe it's the time to,
Yeah, it could
think
be.
of.
It
I
could
know
be.
we're not going to think of Christmas and New Year now, but having said that, it goes very quickly.
Oh, yeah.
We're already halfway through
Yeah.
2014. Do you think that maybe, with Halloween, with
of
Christmas, New
course,
Year, you'll be having
Valentine's.
special
Yes,
ideas for that?
I do. I have plans for Halloween and Valentine's especially, and even back to school. I thought I would do something, maybe a doll with the backpack or her bag or whatever. So actually, I realized that I didn't bring a boy doll. I also have a boy doll too. So yeah.
Yeah, because the original superhero that I saw that Dedin had
Yes,
was a
was a
superhero boy.
Yeah.
We have Spider-Man, so that
Yes.
represents the boys there. But just to say that, very interesting point, which I just remembered, that Dedin, a boy, playing with a doll like this, and my son, I'm sure, he likes characters, so I don't know how he'll react to this when he sees it.
Okay.
But it isn't just for the girls as well out there. What about do you have any interest from the boys?
Of course, the boys. It's that age group, that one age group. But I have orders I've sent just not too long ago to Australia, to over 25 years. So it's not really for a child, and it's not for boys, or it's not for girls. It's for anyone that is interested in dolls. So
sitting here now, and I'm getting more ideas. For instance, maybe if it was like a young wedding couple, it could be a bride and a groom.
I do have a bride and a groom.
Really?
Yeah, I do. It's on my Facebook page. Check it out.
Right. Well, we have to.
Yes.
Guys, seriously, once you finish watching this program, go and Google, go onto the Facebook, and
AngelArt.
So you've got all these ideas. There's no limit to actually what you can do.
Like I said, I'm open to everything. I'll try it. If it looks good to me, then I'll show it, and if I get good reaction, then I'll continue.
So if you get a positive reaction, then you continue in that direction.
Yes.
But I think it's great, and you've done a great job,
Thank you.
Ozlem, with all this hard work. Finally, just to recap again, you're only online at the moment. For us, it has to be online because, unfortunately, Ozlem's going back to Bursa soon.
Yes.
So we can only order online. It is very easy to find. It's Etsy, etsy.com. Look for AngelArt by Ozlem, and they can find you.
Yes, just
for an order to come. If it is from abroad, let's say from Northern Cyprus, how long do we have to give to be able to get the order when we want it? Do we give it a week, 2 weeks?
Now in the summer, I think it takes a little bit longer, but before it takes about 2 weeks. 2 weeks to 10 days. So it's about, it's a postal thing. So I know in the summer it's just a little bit slower. It's harder to get here, but before the summer, it came in about 2 weeks.
Right. So if anyone here is watching and would like to order a doll or a bag or an iPad cover or anything else, then give yourself about 2 weeks. So that it gets here in time for when you want it, which is good to know, just in case somebody wants a.
But if they want, the local Aras Cargo or whichever cargo company, it's okay with me. If you just tell it me, that's how I'll send it. So it's okay.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I have to say that I'm very impressed, and I hope that this gets bigger and better,
Thank you.
and that you open maybe a shop one day. Who knows in Bursa?
So. Who knows?
There'll be an Ozlem art shop
I hope so.
for people to visit. But at the moment, online is great as well.
Yeah.
Thank you for taking the time out of your brief visit here in North Cyprus to chat with us.
Thank you for having me.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank
you for all your hard work and your crafts. I hope that you get inspired even more to continue with this.
I hope so.
And I'll be following you on Facebook.
Thank you.
And keep showing us what you're doing.
I will.
So that we get more and more ideas. I think I'll be ordering more later on in the future. I'll be one of your fans. I know that you have many fans here in North Cyprus.
Thank you.
And I want to just thank you for inspiring everyone with your angel art, your protective angels
That's
hopefully will protect
good.
everyone around the
Yes,
world.
I hope so.
Thank you very much, Ozlem.
Thank you.
And with that, we've come to the end of our program, A Cup of Conversation for this week on BRTK. And again, if you want to find out more, you can contact me at BRTK. I'll pass you through to Ozlem. As we said, it's very easy to remember her name. It's Ozlem. It's AngelArt by Ozlem. And just Google her or just go on Facebook and find her work. And amazing. Something new, something different here that we should all appreciate. With that, I wish you all a very safe and pleasant week. Until the next time, take care. Bye-bye.